I, Donald John Trump, do solemnly swear.
I, Donald John Trump, do solemnly swear.
You'll have to acknowledge that when a president is sworn in, they're sworn in on a, is it a secular image? Are they sworn in on the Communist Manifesto? Are they sworn in on a photograph of Noam Chomsky? What are they sworn in on? The Bible. And what's the point of that? To declare that there is some authority behind their power, and that power is ultimately God's power, right? That's the meaning of the symbol. It's just a tradition at this point. It has no meaning. Oh, okay, well then nothing has any meaning, does it? Then you can stop worrying about the Sieg Heil, and you can stop worrying about everything. There must be a reason that J.D. Vance puts his hand on the Bible, and Donald Trump doesn't quite put his hand on the Bible. Does that mean something, or does it mean nothing? Let me know in the comments and chat what you think about that, and let's examine it. Simultaneously, let us consider, what does it mean when Bishop Budd says that Donald Trump must care for trans children in the recent wake of this revelation, which also, I say revelation, but it was available in Genesis. God created man, God created woman. And how do we reconcile that with Christ's edict that we must love one another and we must love the vulnerable? How do we do it as Christians? Let me know in the comments and chat. How do we do it as not Christians? Because wherever you are, you want to be loving, don't you? You must never let truth outrun love, I learned recently. What do you think about that? Like, love is too soft without truth, but truth is too hard without love. We can work this out together, can't we? We're intelligent people. We're children of God. Here's J.D. Vance being sworn in with his hand on the Bible. I swear on the Bible, mister. I swear on the Bible I'll be the best vice president you ever did have. You can't just swear on, you can't swear on Playboy. You can't swear on Hustler. You can't swear on J.D. Salinger. You can't, in this nation, swear on the Quran. What does it mean? And what does it not mean?
Please raise your right hand and repeat after me.
Raise it that high and raise it on this angle, not that angle. Okay? Raise your hand, but like that. Not like that, like that. It's amazing, isn't it? Like think about, like, if you're a basketball player, it's like, Hail Hitler, I love God. 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 Da 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 da.
And repeat after me. I, James David Vance, do solemnly swear.
I, James David Vance, do solemnly swear
that I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States.
That I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States.
Against all enemies, foreign and domestic.
Against all enemies, foreign and domestic.
That I will bear true faith.
That I will bear true faith.
And allegiance to the same.
And allegiance to the same.
That I take this obligation freely.
That I take this obligation freely.
Without any mental reservation.
Without any mental reservation.
Or purpose of evasion.
Or purpose of evasion.
Does this ever get referred back to, though? Do they ever refer back to it, like when they're in office and go, hey, you said there was never going to be any mental reservation. You've got a mental reservation. Like, that's, it should be, and then, and say, that Bible you swore on, wait a minute, that Bible you swore on, it says here that you actually have to love one another as you love yourself. Now, J.D. Vance is a serious man about the Lord. I happen to know that. And Trump, I've not seen it yet, because even though I was at that inauguration, and I wasn't at the inauguration, I was one of the sperms that didn't make it fully up the gully, if that's the right phrase. Now, Trump, I've not seen it yet, because I was doing other things. I was at a Bible museum. There's a lot going on. I was with war veterans, unbelievable war veterans, like Shiloh, and Jason, and like Oz, and like Amos, Daniel. Man, these people got some good names. Anyway, so I was distracted. But I don't even know yet how close to the Bible Trump got.
And that I will well and faithfully discharge.
And that I will well and faithfully discharge.
The duties of the office.
The duties of the office.
On which I am about to enter.
On which I am about to enter.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations, Mr. Vice President.
Who's that blonde lady? She's happy about it. Is that someone that's related to him? The blonde lady in the red coat?
Please raise your right hand and repeat after me. I, Donald John Trump, do solemnly swear.
I, Donald John Trump, do solemnly swear.
You're being tracked. I'm being tracked. We're sick of being tracked. Your phone is tracking you even when it's off. And the only way to get off the map is a Faraday sleeve. Do you know Look, whenever I feel like I need sweet freedom, like nighttime, bedtime, or when I'm driving around contemplating the Lord and how to bring down the government, I'm talking about the EU, what I do is I pop the old phone in the Faraday sleeve and know that I am untraceable, untrackable, like a phantom. I'm moving between the raindrops, baby. These are made in America. It's the only Faraday sleeve with a sound blocking wall. What the Faraday sleeve can do is not only protect your ability to relax, for example, at bedtime or quiet time, giving you a break from endless tracking, spying, and radiation. You've got your phone when you want it, and you can throw it into the old ghost sleeve, don't be disgusting, when you don't want it. That's the problem solved. You get your phone when you want it, but none of its tracking and spying when you don't. This Faraday sleeve by Refuge is a prophylactic against spying. And who among us don't need that? I've been tracked, you've been tracked. Try tracking me with the old prophylactic. It's impossible now. Support American-made products. To get 10% off, go to refugeprivacy.com and use the code RUSS. That's the way to do it.
That I will faithfully execute
that I will faithfully execute
the office of President of the United States
the office of President of the United States
and will, to the best of my ability, preserve, protect, and defend the Constitution of the United States.
The Constitution of the United States.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations, Mr. President.
Who's the lady next to Biden? Her hair's too good to be that close to Biden, innit? Don't put someone with that's female with that good a quality hair next to Biden. He'll sniff his way back to the White House. No wonder the dear Hunter's sinuses were so constantly at work. What chance did he have? What chance did he have not to turn his nostrils into a kind of cocaine canal with such genes as those? Okay, so I didn't see that these hand weren't on it, but I guess there's footage elsewhere. Is there someone in the comments over there said, look up JFK hand on the Bible? Oh man, I would be so into seeing that. I would be into seeing that. He swore on the family Bible. Yeah, I heard that. Well, look, isn't it interesting that in a secular age, in secular times, when we consider ourselves to have grown beyond the superstition of religion, even though it seems pretty apparent and obvious to me that the secular age is coming to an end along with materialism and the sort of this new expression of this peculiar, oddly cataclysmic, glamorous and maddening time appears to be a Christian revival. I suppose it's as if there is some deep and powerful truth embedded in the book of the Bible that we simply can't move beyond. Many comments have pointed out that it's not sort of constitutionally necessary or relevant to swear up on the Bible. I believe that Washington did swear in a Bible to inaugurate his own presidency. Washington did, and when they swore Lyndon B. Johnson after the tragic and potentially state-inspired and acted death of JFK, Lyndon Johnson was sworn in on a plane using a particular Catholic epistle of JFK's that was presumed to be on Air Force One as part of his tragic legacy. He'd left it there because RFK was a regular attendee of Mass. I learned this while I was at the Bible Museum, actually, from Carlos, the man who runs it. A load of stuff there. I mean, that's, I suppose, what a Bible museum's going to do. What I also learned and intuited and understood is that political power, unless divinely inspired, will become its opposite. And the fact that J.D. Vance seems to sincerely and deliberately be sworn in on a Bible and Trump hovers above a Bible can't be definitively said to have a particular meaning any more than we can attribute meaning to Elon Musk's bodily spasms and tics. It would be unfair to do that, I think. But what I think we can see, intuit and determine from the ongoing necessity of some official authority underneath, whether contacting or not, human political power, is that somewhere in us we know that we're broken and fallen. And in whether or not you are very, very pro AOC, Kamala and Biden, or very, very pro JD Vance, Trump, or maybe it's cultural figures that you align with, like Jake Paul or Logan Paul or, Lord, I ask you, me, ultimately, We are passing patterns and temporal players, as Shakespeare had it, upon the stage that strut and fret, and we continually need recourse to something eternal and outside of time. The materialist and atheist philosopher Wittgenstein said, if you consider eternity to be not an infinite temporal duration, but the quality of timelessness, then eternity belongs to he that lives in the present. And it's in the present that you will find God. As a Christian, it's where I find Christ Jesus, in this moment now. If you do that, then you will have a different understanding, I believe, of empire, power, politics, manipulation, and tribe. And you may be able to transcend something even as contentious and apparently conflict-strewn as American politics. You will find his grace there. You will see that whilst there may be a table laying amidst your enemies, when it comes to the moment of rapture and the judgment that may precede it or be embedded in it, we are all on our knees. We are all on our knees. That our differences are ultimately trivial. And perhaps with the skies finally illuminating with new constellations, with orbs and spheres unknowable everywhere, perhaps something glorious is upon us. Perhaps this is a new time for us to consider new alliances, new ideologies, being born new in him. For surely their mind must be renewed moment to moment. But that's not what I think. That's actually what St. Paul thinks in the book of Romans. But also I think it, because I'm trying my best to think his thoughts. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you think. Although in Isaiah it'll tell you that you can't think his thoughts, and why would we try to? But let me know what you think, because I care about you.
Hey, thanks for watching. If you want to see more uncensored content where free speech can flourish, join our live stream. Click the link right here to watch the next video if you want to, or become a member of a growing movement. Download the Rumble app and you'll be informed every time we make a new piece of content. Stay free.